welcome or welcome back. My name is Elena and this is Elena's Knits, my channel where I talk mostly about the things that I'm knitting, my plans, and life. And today I have a really special episode where I show you the interview I did with Megan from Lichen and Lace. So recently I was on the east coast of Canada for vacation, visiting family, but also touring around. In last week's episode, I talked with one of the owners of Lamb and Frog, a really cool yarn store in Prince Edward Island. And on the same trip, I made a really special trip to Sackville, New Brunswick, where I had arranged to interview Megan. So Megan and I first met in the 2000s or 2010-ish, when she had a really beautiful yarn store in Toronto's Kensington Market neighborhood. So it was mostly yarn and some fabrics that were just also really beautiful and well curated. And she also did some hand dyeing there. And that neighborhood, Kensington Market, is traditionally food markets, and so the store had a really cute food pun, lettuce knit, like lettuce, what you make salads out of. It was really cute. But in, I think it was about 2012, she sold her shop. I still remember getting an email saying, like, I'm looking for somebody really passionate to sell my store to, and I was thinking, oh, wouldn't that be amazing? But that wasn't the path I took. And that store is now Yarns Untangled, which is an amazing store, still in the same-ish location. And Megan moved to Sackville, as I mentioned, and started Lichen and Lace. So Lichen and Lace is their hand dyeing of yarn business, largely. And they make beautiful yarns with Canadian bases from Canadian suppliers. And they're known for their beautiful, really like glowing colors that are inspired by nature. And they have a variety of bases from sock to sport, to worsted and mohair, and they're all just beautiful. So, yeah, so I arranged to meet with Megan about a week and a half ago. And so I will show you my interview. Then that's followed by a tour, and then I'll come back to debrief and show you my haul. So the first question I asked, I'm going to share with you now, rather than in the video. And I referenced Let Us Knit, and then I asked her if she could tell us a little bit about her path from there until here.
So that was 14 years ago that I made the transition from Toronto to here. And I just had a very strong feeling to leave the city. And I was lucky that I was able to sell the business. And so that kept going. And my husband sold his business in Toronto, and we came to Sackville. And a lot of that was because we had 3 young kids at the time.
Did you have family here?
No, but my husband went to university here.
Oh, okay.
And so we had a lot of friends here. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, we moved here and bought a house, and then I started the Lichen and Lace company right away.
Yeah, and it sounds like you've grown slowly over time.
Yeah.
Kind of mindfully, and started with farmers markets. And,
exactly.
Yeah.
And Etsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And doing it all, like I started it in my kitchen, and then, you know, kind of moved out of the kitchen, but still at home, and then moved to a house in town, and then now in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this house is just all yarn.
Do you mind telling me a bit about your process? So how you source your yarn bases and...
Well, we're working with 2 Canadian mills. One is Briggs and Little in in New Brunswick, and the other one is Amtex in Mississauga.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh,
all
cool.
of our yarns are spun in Canada,
Mhm.
and that makes them 100% Canadian products. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then, your colors are so outstanding. How do you, does your color story change through the seasons and through the years? And what kind of inspires you if they do change?
Well, definitely inspired by nature.
Mm-hmm.
Inspired by unusual color combinations.
Yeah.
Sometimes inspired by experimentation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really cool. What's really floating your boat right now?
I would say a departure for us has been the brights that we've introduced in maybe the last year. So at heart, I would say I'm like a neutral gal,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been really enjoying like the pops of color with the bright colors, and then having the neutrals as like the ground. Yeah, so that's been new for us, and I think we're doing really well with that.
Yeah, and so aside from the brights, is there something that you're really excited about that you have in your lineup right now or that's coming up?
Well, right now we're working on our Advent calendar,
Yeah,
so
I
we
read that.
just launched that, so those are available to order now. And we're doing those on our wool linen base this year, which I'm super excited about. I really, really love this yarn. It's 30% linen, 509 yards in 100 grams, so it has amazing yardage. And I just love how the colors look on it because it has that heathered effect with the linen fibers. So
we were just before we started filming looking at your work in progress, the Alclea sweater, and the mix of the brights and the
I'll just show it.
Shade on that
I'll
looks
just show it to
amazing.
the camera.
Gorgeous. And that is a fingering weave, right?
Yes.
And have you tried it doubled up?
I haven't, but I am planning to, and there's a pattern that I've been waiting for it to come out, and I'm going to do that. Yeah. And then I also wanted to mention that we have the mini skeins in the wool linen now. So that's what inspired me to do this kind of pattern, right? So, and we have those in 30 different colors. If you're able to see us in person, we sell them in 30 different colors in person.
That actually brings me to my next question. So I've seen you at Knit City. So where's the next place that we'd be able to see you?
The Twist Festival, that's in Quebec.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm still learning about all of that.
Yeah, and that is, I believe it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th of August.
Okay.
So we're just starting to prepare for that. So and we'll drive to that one.
Yeah. And will you be in Hamilton in the fall?
I've never done the Fiber Forge. Is that the one you're referring to?
I have a terrible memory, and perimenopause doesn't help. I'm trying to remember. I don't know that it's that.
Maybe you're thinking of the Binbrook, the wool stock.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, wool stock. Yes,
wool stock.
Yes, we always do wool stock. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll probably see you there.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah. That's cool. So you're still doing festivals.
Oh, yeah.
In addition to a lot of online work.
Yes, and now we also have the studio open regular hours, so we're able to welcome visitors to shop every weekday.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful town, great to visit.
Yeah, there's places you can go out for lunch.
Yeah, lots of bookstores we were looking at. And I think that we've covered all of my questions that I had. So thanks so much, Megan. Now I really want to just look around and feast my eyes. It's beautiful here. So thanks so much.
Thanks for visiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great.
That is cool. Yeah. Definitely feel Like this might be too much contrast. I think this might be.
And this is
right.
something like we don't even have this on the website.
Oh,
So this
cool.
is something like, if you come in person, there's
Yeah.
always like more options, right?
Hi. Yeah, so this is where the magic happens.
Yay.
I have all of my squeeze bottles of color so I can paint onto the yarn, our dry dye, because I don't have anything in the pots right now, but usually I'm working in these big vats. And so depending on what I'm doing, these two are used for low water colorways, so they go really, really low with the water, and then I'll pour the dye over top, either with the squeeze bottles or with the dry dye or with the wet, depending on the effect I'm looking to get. And then over here I usually do my high water pots, and those are super simple, easy. They go right to the top, and I put the dye in first usually. Sometimes I'll wash stuff after, and away we go. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
You already captured that.
And the samples and the kits.
And then I'll show you upstairs.
Business. Wow. Yarn.
So this is the yarn drying room.
Whoa.
One thing that's really important in the setup is a industrial dehumidifier, which is draining into a sink in the one floor down.
Wow.
So that has been a game changer.
Holy moly.
Yarn will be dry tomorrow.
And is this the worsted?
It's a mix.
Okay.
Like that's sock yarn,
Yeah.
that's worsted.
Very cool.
And then this is the room that we wind the yarn with the wind it into a skein. So
Cool.
that's where we do this.
So cute. Skein twister.
They don't make them anymore.
No. Oh my goodness.
But we've had this forever. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
It comes to us from Briggs and Little.
Yeah.
And then it's actually amazing how cool it is up here today.
Yeah.
We picked a good day.
This is because we sew all of our
Oh
labels,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So that's Melissa's job, and this is where she writes all the labels.
Oh my goodness, hand writes them.
And then sews them with the sewing machine. So that's what we do in this room.
Yeah. And you also wholesale to different yarn stores. I saw Loop London and what is the one in Japan?
Marisu.
Yeah. So thanks again so much to Megan and the team at Lichen and Lace for the amazing tour. That was really a dream come true to visit her shop and see all the amazing yarns in person, some that you can't find online through her or any of her stockists. And just, yeah, it was really nice to see her again and meet some of her team, like the head dyer. And yeah, I think if I lived there, I would really make them be friends with me. It was such a treat. So thanks again. So now I would like to share with you what I got. It was more than I intended to, but I'm really, really happy with everything that I got. I was kind of trying to decide between two things I had planned to make. And then I just got both, YOLO. So I did get some of the wool linen. So again, this is organic wool, 70% and 30% linen. and each skein is 100 grams and has 509 yards. So even for me, I think 3 skeins should make a top. She had a sample in the shop that was Rats. Is it the Cloud Top by Petite Knit? Kind of a V-neck, really simple t-shirt knit out of this, and it was not this colorway, but it was absolutely beautiful. And I think my sister and I might both knit one. So yeah, the color is really beautiful. It's called Melrose. And yeah, you really do see that it's a bit heathered because the linen doesn't pick up the dye in the same way as the wool. Cool. And then I got yarn to make a Lunenburg sweater, but I've been thinking about it, and I think what I'm going to do is make a Lunenburg cardigan. I've seen that there's a lot of projects where people have added some steek stitches and then steeked it to make a cardigan. If you don't know, steeking is, there might be a more official definition, but basically you cut up the front of a sweater and then pick up stitches to make a button band. And that's been on my bucket list for knitting for a while. So I was going to knit, I had a specific sweater in mind, and then was thinking, oh, but I want to do the Lunenburg sweater. And then I thought, I can do the steeking and the Lunenburg sweater. So some of the colors I got are the same as in the sample, and but I switched out the main color, which is a kind of dark gray, with this deep blue, which is called Lake, which is, it's much more me. And then the greens and the blue are the same. So they're pollen and shrub and sky. So yeah, all the nature inspired colors. And then there was a light gray. Oh, rats. I've lost the band for this one. And I don't really do gray myself. So let's see, is this the ball band? That's for Lake. So one of these, aha, I found it. It's called Linen. So I'm trying to decide, will I replace that light gray with this linen color? It's a perfect name for it. Or this pale pink, which is called Peach. And then, so you can see with the other colors, this is with linen. So let's mix them up a bit. Or with Peach. This is a bit more cheery and pops more, but this is more, you know, blending in with nature. So I don't know what I'll choose. I'll probably swatch up both and see what I prefer. So, and in addition to those, every purchase you get a gift. So I kindly was given a cute stitch marker or charm. It's really cute with the heart, and a lovely tote bag. So in here I have the rest of my Lake rustic heather sport yarn for my Lunenburg. So thanks so much for joining me for this. It means a lot to me that you spend time with me. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. If you've dreamed of going there and you're not able to, I hope that this fills that gap. Take it from me, the colors are beautiful. This is not paid, it's my honest opinion. You can't go wrong. These are beautiful yarns. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.